Hi, this is Mateo, and this is my guide on how to land 2 ships at the same location on the moon. Picking up where we left off in the last video, I decided to demonstrate another useful KSP tactic for beginners. This is the ability to land at the same location on the moon with multiple crafts, which will allow you to build bases or rescue your Kerbal knots. In this demonstration, we will send our beloved Jeb to the surface of the moon, and for some reason his ship won't launch, so we have to rescue him. We recruit Valentina, as having another experienced pilot will be useful to us in the future. In order to return with 2 Kerbal knots, we're going to have to modify our ship. I'm just going to stick another Mark 1 command pod on the top and see what happens. When we launch this craft, we just want to make sure there's an empty seat. That way, there's room to bring our friend home. We'll launch our craft with the intent of a medium to low lunar orbit for speed control and the ability to plan and make corrections. With a controllable, horizontally level orbit, I look for Jeb's craft and plan our landing. This is probably the most important time to quick save, F5. I decouple our base launcher with a sliver of fuel left, an error I'll later regret. I prepare my craft to land, hopefully near our rescue target. I set Jeb's ship as my target, which will place a pink icon on the nav ball. This will help me correct my descent. Place the ship retrograde and slowly begin the landing procedure. Take your time here. I use flight planning to get my bearings straight and turn my trajectory south. I can't see it, but Jeb is down here somewhere. I probably should have done this sooner for efficiency's sake. I'm keeping my eye on the relative speed to my target, which is stationary on the ground, so I can bleed off Delta V and control my descent. The pink icon on the nav ball is my target, so I can correct my poor descent by boosting towards it, probably above it to reduce my vertical speed. Thanks to the lack of atmosphere, there's a good amount of room for error on our rendezvous. My first plan will be to land beyond Jeb's position, as I always tend to land a bit shorter than my first plotted trajectory. It seems the game gives the craft shadow but not the rock, so I can tell where he is. At this point, just land and be safe. I'm actually wasting valuable fuel now trying to get so close to him. Sloppy landing, Valentina, my goodness. The most helpful tip in this video is this part. Use the bracket key near P and enter to switch between 2 crafts that are near each other. Now I can EVA Jeb out of his hypothetically broken craft. Thanks to low gravity, we don't need ladders on the moon. We just press R and use our suit-based RCS systems to fly to our destination. We plant flags, collect EVA reports, and use our science modules in the cargo bay. Then it's time to take our friend Jeb back home. But YouTube, at this point you probably know what's going to happen. We are going to run out of fuel. The initial mission to land 2 crafts together was a success, but now my 2 original orange-suited pilots are going to be stranded in space. I'll admit, there were several periods in this flight I could have used my resources more efficiently, but now I must figure out our next goal. How do I get these pilots home, collect all this science, and consider this mission a success? Our scientists on Kerbin can tell us this ship cannot make it home. It's inevitable. There's just not enough fuel. But I do have enough fuel to make a circular orbit around Kerbin, which will make rescue easier with our next ship. How to rendezvous 2 crafts in the orbit of Kerbin.